Ladies and gents, welcome back to a new week of math with a brand new topic. Today, you and I are going to be practicing representing addition and subtraction problems. Let's go watch our visual learning video to help us get started.
Robert has 27 toy robots. He buys some more. Now he has 58 robots. How many robots did Robert buy? What information do you have about Robert and his robots? You know that Robert had 27 robots. You know that he bought some more. You know that he now has 58 robots. What information is missing? What do you need to find? You need to find how many robots Robert bought. You can show this problem with an equation. 27 plus blank equals 58. You can also show this problem with a bar diagram. How do the equation and the bar diagram show the problem? How do they help you understand the problem?
Let's try it out. It says choose a number or symbol to see how the equation or the bar diagram shows the problem. So if I choose 27,
this is the number of robots Robert has before buying more.
And then if I choose the unknown number,
this is the unknown number of robots Robert buys.
And then I can also choose the total.
This is the total number of robots Robert has after buying more.
You know that Robert had 27 robots. You know that he now has a total of 58 robots. The question mark shows the unknown addend, the number you don't know. That addend is the number of robots Robert bought. You can solve this problem by adding on from 27 until you get to 58. 27 plus 10 equals 37. 37 plus 10 equals 47. 47 plus 10 equals 57. 57 plus 1 equals 58. How much was added to get from 27 to 58?
Select your answer.
Well, we added 1, 2, 3 tens and 1 1. So I'm going to choose 3 tens and 1 1.
10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 1 equals 31. So 27 plus 31 equals 58. 31 was added to get from 27 to 58. Robert bought 31 robots. You can also subtract 58 minus 27 to solve this problem. Why?
We can use subtraction to solve this problem because 58 is the total of number of robots that Robert has, and 27 is how many he started with. So if we do 58 minus 27, the number that we get will be our difference. So it'll tell us how many he had to buy to go from 27 robots to 58, which is the same answer that we got before.
You can subtract to solve this problem because you know the whole and one part. And you need to find the other part. 58 minus 27 equals 31. You can add to check your subtraction. Why can you do this? You can do this because addition is the opposite of subtraction.
The numbers should be the same.
31 plus 27 equals 58. Now you know how to solve problems using equations that have unknown parts or numbers.
Okay, I want you to grab your workbook and let's go do our guided practice. Okay, make sure you have your workbook and your pencil, and we're going to be on page 392 in our workbooks to start us off. Let's see what our guided practice problems want us to do. It says, write an equation for the unknown number, for the unknown to model a problem. Then solve, show your work. So remember, whenever we see a question mark, that is our unknown number. That's what we're solving for. So it says Mary has some game tickets. That is an unknown number. She gives 14 tickets away and now has 17 tickets left. So this tells me if she's giving it away, that would be subtracting 14. And then she now has 17 tickets, which would be the total because that's what she's left with. So I'm just drawing these little symbols next to the words in my sentences here to help me form a picture in my head of what I'm going to say for my equation. How many tickets did she have at first? So that's what they want us to solve for. So here's what our equation would be. Some number of tickets, this is what she started with, minus the 14 that she gave away, is going to equal the 17 tickets that she has left. Now we need to solve. If we have an unknown number that is at the beginning of our subtraction problem, we can take the difference, the answer to the subtraction problem, and the number that we subtracted and add them together, and that's going to help us get our answer, the number that we started with. So I'm going to do 17 plus 14 right over here on the side. And let's see, 7 plus 4 I know is 11. So 1, 1 and 1 10. And then I have 3 10s, so 31. So she started off with 31 tickets. So our unknown number was 31. You can even write this over the top if you want to. 31, and then she gave away 14 tickets, and now she has 17 left. Let's look at number 2. Tamara has $25. She earns $34 more by working. Okay, I'm going to say plus 34 because she started with 25, but then she got 34 more. So that's telling me it's being added on. How much money does she have now? So now we want to know the total. Okay? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, well, what did she start with? She started with $25. So it started with 25. Then she added on 34 when she did more work. And now we want to know what the total is. That is the number that we don't know. So we're going to put a question mark here in our spot for the total, for our sum. Now we just have to solve. Because it's an addition problem, we can just stack up our numbers and add them on up. So I'm going to do $25 plus $34. And remember, you can do any addition or subtraction strategy that you want to use when you're solving the problem, but we all want to practice writing out the equations to help us better understand what we're solving for. So 5 1s plus 4 equals 9, and 2 10s plus 3 10s would equal 5 10s. So her total number of money that she has now would be $59. So she now has $59. She started with $25. She worked more and got $34 more. So now she has $59. We're gonna go watch another quick video and then we'll do some more practice.
I love balloons, and I already have 22 of them. And I bought some more balloons. Now I have 55 balloons. Great! But how many balloons did I buy? So 55 is the whole, and 22 is the part. So how do I find out the number for the question mark? What can I do to solve this? Ooh, ta-da! A bar diagram. I can write 55 at the top and 22 on the left side and put a question mark for the part I don't know. Looks like I can add on from 22 to get to 55. 22 plus 10 equals 32. 32 plus 10 equals 42. 42 plus 10 equals 52. 52 plus 3 equals 55. So 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 3 equals 33. I bought 33 balloons. But that's not the only way to solve this problem. We can even subtract. 55 minus 22, that's 33. Wow, that was super easy. Whether I count up or subtract, it all makes sense. I bought 33 balloons.
Okay, let's turn that page and do a couple more problems together. Okay, we're going to do number 3 together, but let's read our directions up here first. Write an equation with a question mark for the unknown to model the problem, then solve, show your work. So it's the same as that first page. So number 3 says Erin has 32 books on her bookshelf. So that's her starting number. She gives, so gives would be subtracts, some, we don't know how many, I'm going to put a little question mark. So minus some to a friend and now has 19 books left. So that's going to be our total that she has now. How many books did she give away? So remember, she's starting with 32 books, but then she gives away some number of books. We don't know how many. So I'm going to put my question mark here. We don't know how many books she gave away. But now we do know that her total number of books left is 19. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to start at 19. And I'm going to count on, I'm going to add up until I get to 32 because it's going to tell me if I am left with 19, if I add up a certain amount, I'm going to get back to the number that I had, 32. And that's going to tell me how many she gave away. So if I do, I know, well, I can add 10. That's easy. So 19 plus 10, I know that equals 29. And let's see, if I'm at 29, can I add 10 more and not go over 32? No, but I know that 29 plus 3 would equal 32. Okay. And now I just need to see what I added on. I started at 19 and then I added 10 and then I added 3 more and that got me to 32. Well, 10 plus 3 would equal 13. So that means that I added 13. So she gave away 13 books. She started with 32 books. Then she gave away 13, so now she has 19 left. So our answer is 13 books. I'm going to read number 4 with you, and then I want you to solve it by yourself. Let's see. A store sells 38 men's bikes and 47 women's bikes. So they sell 38 and they sell 47. How many bikes did the store sell in all? Okay, so you want to find the total number of bikes that were sold. Okay, take your time, write out your equation first with your question mark in the spot for the answer that you don't know, for the number you don't know, and then find your answer and then come back to me when you're all done. Okay, well, here's the thing. This is a pretty easy problem, actually. They sold 38 bikes and they sold 47 bikes. And we just want to know the total number of bikes that they sold. So I'm just going to add those two numbers together. And that's going to tell me the number that I want to find, which is how many bikes did they sell in all. So I'm just going to stack these up over here. 38 plus 47. And I'm going to do some quick addition here. 8 plus 7 I know is 15. So 5 ones and 1 10. And then I have 3 tens plus 4 tens, which is 7 tens, plus 1 more, which would be 8 tens. So in all, they sold 85 bikes. So my answer is 85. Nice job. We're actually going to turn the page and do 2 more problems. Let's do number 7. Now let's double check that we're still doing the same thing though. Write an equation with a question mark for the unknown to model the problem, then solve, show your work. Yep, same thing. Make sure you're showing that work, friends. So number 7 says Rodney collects 17 leaves and Sheila collects 23. So Rodney has 17, Sheila gets 23. How many more leaves does Sheila collect than Rodney? Ooh, tricky problem. I know that Sheila has 23 leaves. And I know that she has more than Rodney because Rodney only has 17. So I need to figure out how many more does she have? Guess what? You can use addition or subtraction for this. I'm going to do subtraction just because it helps me see it a little bit better. So I know that she has 23 leaves. And I know that if I take away the number that Rodney has, 17, that's going to tell me what the difference is between the 2 amounts. So it's going to tell me how many more does Sheila have than Rodney. So I'm going to do 23 that Sheila has, take away the 17 Rodney has, and that's going to give me the total number more that Sheila has than Rodney. So let's see, 23 minus 17. I'm going to start at 17 and I'm just going to add up until I get to 23. So I know 17 plus 3 equals 20. And I know that 20 plus 3 equals 23. So let's see, how many did I add on from 17 to get to 23? 3. and 3, which is 6, right? So my answer is going to be 6. Sheila has 6 more leaves than Rodney. Sheila has 23 leaves. Rodney has 17, which means Sheila has 6 more than Rodney. Let's check out number 8. Jun swims 18 laps and Mara swims 25 laps. How many fewer laps did Jun swim than Mara? So same kind of problem, friends. Take your time, write out your equation, solve it, find your answer, and then come back to me when you think you've got it. Okay, so I'm going to set it up the same way that I set up the number 7 problem. I know that Jun swims 18 and Mara swims 25. So to find out how many more Mara swam than Jun, or how many fewer Jun swam than Mara, because that's the same number, it's the difference, I'm going to do the 25 that Mara swam, and I'm going to subtract the 18 that Jun swam. And that's going to tell me the difference. Okay, so whenever you want to find how many more or how many fewer, you're finding the difference between the two numbers. Okay? So I always like to do subtraction because the answer to a subtraction problem is the difference. So 25 minus 18. I'm going to stack up my numbers. I'm going to do 25 minus 18. Now I already know that I can't take 8 from 5, so I'm going to regroup. I'm going to borrow one of my 10s. So I have 1 left, and then if I bring 10 ones over to my ones, I don't have 5 ones. Now I have 5 plus 10 more, and I know that 5 plus 10 equals 15 ones. So now 15 minus 8 equals 7, and then 110 minus 110 equals 0, so I don't need to put anything. So my difference is 7. Oh, I forgot my question mark. So that means my answer is 7. Jun swam 7 fewer laps than Mara, or you could say Mara swam 7 more laps than Jun. It's the same thing. Great job, you guys. I know that this might seem a little bit overwhelming because it's a lot of words, but just take your time, friends. Notice how I wrote down my plus signs and my subtraction signs when I was reading the problem, because I know that if they get more of something, that's addition. And I know that if they give something away, that's subtraction. And that helps me figure out what my equation is going to be when I go to write it down. Let's go check out your homework. Okay, so I want you to go back into your workbook, friends. Remember that big old math workbook that you have, and go to page 393. That's the page that we were just on. And you're going to do number 5, 6, 9, and 10. Okay, and then go do your quick check for today. And then after that, either spend some time on Math Facts Pro, or if you're in my class, today would be a great day to do some iReady. And I will see you guys back here tomorrow. Bye, friends.